Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Arcanic Esports final #1 PUBG Mobile tournament, and it's time for match number 1. Here we go. It's going to be map of Erangel. The flight path is here, initiating from the eastern regions of Seveni and finishing off to its Primorsk. A basic flight path, but completely favoring the northwestern regions of Erangel map. I mean, accessing the northwestern regions of Erangel will be very much easy for teams. But on the other hand, if you talk about the eastern regions, it will be tough for teams to head towards the eastern regions. And at the same time, even heading to its Sosnoga military base, I mean, that's going to be a tough job for sure. But this Erangel game, just the first game of the finals, and I'd like to see what kind of strategies will be used by teams. Are teams going to go absolutely nuts? Are they going to play aggressively? Because I've seen this so many times that teams right in the first game, they go so much aggressive and try to get as many finishes or as many eliminations as they can. First circle associated with the flight path, favoring the northwestern regions of Erangel. Shooting range is right now deep inside the circle. Even we can count Boatyard, which is deep inside the circle. But for now, if we talk about team Irish Esports, they're headed towards Stalber. And there's another team right now who is gliding. And maybe team 13, that is team MVP. They're headed towards the northern edge of this Erangel map. They are dropping in the northern regions of Stalber. And there's Mauso, Rain, and Adrian. You gotta be kidding me. Just switches the seat of the vehicle and he shutted Ruthless down there. Well, Ruthless was bothering him with those tap shots of M416, with the spray of M416, but immediately he swapped the seat. And that was so much savage, swapping the seat, dealing damage on Ruthless, and Ruthless, like a good kid now, won't poke his opponent till he has a better opportunity. But this is what I was talking about. Our team's gonna play aggressively, because right in Pochinki, 4 teams dropping on the same drop location. It's Team Sage, who is never afraid to initiate fight. At the same time, it's gonna be Team Dangerous as well in Pochinki. We all know that Team Dangerous, this is their primary drop location, so this is nothing surprising. Pain Africa as well, dropping in Pochinki, so this is not surprising as well. But Team Havoc coming into action, Team Utain Sap challenging them, and Zinc will be flushed out. And here comes in the first casualty for Team Havoc Esports. 3 teams right now in Yasnaya. And then what was Zinc trying to do? I mean, Urain Sap, they are so much far away from Team Havoc. And how did Team Urain Sap give casualty to Team Havoc instead Team SLM giving casualty to Team Havoc Esports? This is confusing for me, because as we can see, Team SLM is comparatively much more closer to Team Havoc Esports, but instead somebody else gave them that casualty. Maybe vehicle was tried to be secured there by Zinc, and he couldn't do so. So now he's out of this game, and Team Havoc, bit of chaotic situation right in the initial stages of this Erangel game. They don't really have a habit of facing casualties in the initial stages, but they have a good gunpowder, and maybe now they'll get a reason to play aggressive in this Erangel game. Team All Stars down to 3 players. Habu has been flushed out. So it's an early setback for Team All Stars, and even they are now trying to collect some vehicles. And maybe this is the thing which should be done before while you're dropping. You should be able to spot vehicles when you're in air, and you should be able to get those vehicles while dropping. But right after dropping, going in open areas to get vehicles, I mean, this is something what you're not known for. But Crazy gets knocked out. It's Mausorin versus Team MVP. Team MVP, they'll come back to target Team Mausorin, and VZ gets knocked out. Another grenade was right on target. Xenos gets knocked out as well. Eilish, way back. Ruthless trying to create that angle from sidelines using that bicycle. He's going to get laid till he reaches Team MVP. And by that time, maybe Eilish will be targeted too. So this is a serious threat for Team Mausorin. Eilish for now pulls the grenade. Knocks down Ace. Can get another player. Goes for that free fire. Eilish won't make connections. And finally, Eilish got caught in a sandwich situation that's so much chaotic. And the last player is Ruthless. And now he has a option to just head towards the safe zone. And maybe, yep, Ruthless is just heading towards the safe zone. Not pulling this fire like a rubber band. Uh-oh! He takes a U-turn, and Ruthless, well, he wanted to head towards Team MVP and challenge them. Ruthless almost got caught there. Their vehicle tracing. And now as well,
so much nervous because he wants to take the revenge. He wants to take the revenge of his teammates. And a lot depends on him. Oh, and a potion just jumps in and takes down Ruthless. Team MVP gets 4 early elimination, and unfortunately, Mousorin becomes the first 4-player strong team to get eliminated from this game. Pain Africa as well, losing Venomix. And that's Team Dangerous. Bazooka going on Church, securing the height advantage. Now off guard angle 2. Pain Africa didn't see it coming. And unfortunately now losing players. And very rarely I've seen Pain Africa winning their drop clash in Erangel. Like most of the times, whenever Team Pain Africa they're indulged in a drop clash, most of the times they end up losing. So here as well, a early setback for them. Poison gets knocked out though, and well, I gotta salute Team Dangerous. They're fighting 2 teams at a time, controlling the entire regions of Pachinki. Poison gets knocked out. DRT26 going for the revival. Reflex. He has that pump shotgun, but Team Dangerous now they're closing in, and Team Reflex doesn't have a really huge area to survive. 3 players in a single panic room. Reflex a bit unlucky there because he connected that pump shotgun, but that wasn't enough. And within a fraction of a second, Team Sage gets eliminated on 17th position. Team Havoc Esports, they're down to 2 players. Musa and Wings will be the dual Ray of Hope surviving. Team Havoc facing another casualty. Oh, this is something I cannot understand. Team SLM gave them 1. Team SLM giving 1. Team Adane Sab giving 1 casualty to Team Havoc Esports. And this is the time where now Team SLM, they will start heading towards this circle. Just 1 vehicle, but they gotta make most out of it. Just 1 vehicle they have to adjust for now, but while rotating, maybe they'll get some more vehicles for themselves. We're about to witness the second shift of the circle, and if we head on to the big city of Georgepol, even there a fight is going on, but not that intense. Team Dangerous losing 2 of their players, Kaylee, Sio, both of them out of this game. Bazooka and Robbie, the dual Ray of Hope surviving, and my goodness, 5 eliminations have been contributed by Robbie. Such a great start for Team Dangerous, and he is such a big asset for Team Dangerous as well. I mean, always when it's about contributing in terms of finishes, you'll always see Robbie standing in front, taking the responsibility. But now it's Team ITZ. Well, Team ITZ entered Pachinki. I guess they dropped somewhere else. Team in the zone. Yup. They dropped somewhere else. And now, maybe, they entered Pachinki after a late rotation. Or maybe I'm wrong. But where's Team Pain Africa? Are they eliminated from this game too? I guess so. Because I cannot see them anywhere. Yup. Pain Africa has been eliminated from this game. On 16th position. And another failure in securing their own drop location. Pain Africa has to figure out, because 2 angles in a day in grand finals are being played. So in both their angles, if you head towards Pachinki and end up losing a drop clash, so how is that gonna profit you? Is my question to Team Pain Africa. And Team Dangerous now, they are backing off from this fight. Second circle has been initiated, goes for a northern shift. Now maybe that fight will become intense. It's Team 18, that is Golden Knife. Team GK taking on Team Mystic Esports. G2 Sir did get knocked out there. And no need to worry for Team T2. It will be an easy revival. And this is something which is called as desperation, which is shown by Team GK. They faced a casualty in the initial stages, and maybe now they want some eliminations. That's why they are trying a bit hard. But both these teams are present inside the circuit, so this is a golden opportunity to push in a fight. Mystic Esports, they're deep inside the circle, and they have enough time to shape this fight according to them. And a huge split being maintained by Team GK as well. Solo split maintained. Twish having the off guard angle. Toxic has been eliminated from this game. So it's just 3 players now. And the most terrific part of this fight is Team GK, they're taking the initiative despite of facing a casualty. So that's what makes this fight much more special. But I guess it's Team Vision Codex maybe they are fighting. Are they fighting Team Irish Esports? Was there any opening created for now? I don't think so. But on the back end areas, I guess that's team Udain Sap, Lavi Gaming White. He has been knocked out inside that wooden shack he is. And it's going to be quite risky. That's team MVP. Playing so much aggressively. Adrian in open areas. Alpha plays trying to find an angle. Share has been flushed out, so it's just 2 players now. Surviving for Udain Sap. Adrian becomes a target of Alpha plays. And Adrian straight away goes for the slam into is that wooden shack. Share gets knocked out. Lavi Gaming Whitey gets knocked out too. Alpha plays. Last man standing. Gets ready for this clutch. But takes down one with that TBS. Wants to connect another one. But Two-Face is still alive, ladies and gentlemen. Two-Face is still in this game. So Alpha Plays was not the last player surviving. And now Two-Face, maybe, he'll put something in this fight. But he's going for the revival. And Vision Codex, maybe they'll do that third party. They're surviving with just 3 players. So the hesitation is kind of obvious. But Team MVP, they're going for the revival. And here goes in the grenade by Two-Face. Uh-oh, sharp reflexes. And revival wasn't given there, I guess. Potion just taking down Two-Face and Udin Sap gets eliminated. Maybe the revival wasn't prioritized. The Team MVP now 8 eliminations for them. And where is Clip's gonna contribute in terms of finishes? Because he has been through 2 fights and still has no elimination. That is just something you don't see very often. But I guess now he'll step up. And it's a head-to-head 3v3 fight. An even fight against Team Vision Codex. But I'm worried about Team JK because 5th player has been flushed out. Twish trying to stab Team Mystic Esports in their back. Young man. Well, the entire lineup of Mystic Esports is trying to go for the slamming on Young Man. But they don't really know where Young Man is right now. And Mystic Esports, I mean, they're doing a great job just trying to take down opponents one by one. As they know, Team JK is maintaining a split. And Twish, with this, he compromises his position. And it's just a matter of time now. Mystic Esports, they surely are gonna hit towards Twish to eliminate him as well. Maybe Young Man, he crossed the road. Has he? Not yet. But now Twish getting himself ready. He has a TBS and the opponents will be quite hesitant because TBS is a kind of weapon you'd not want to mess up with. Probabilities of opponents clutching increases. 2 grenades have been already used by Twish. He's just buying time for himself. Why don't you just jump down on the broken wall, Twish, and get some cover from your teammate Young Man as well? But that could be a good decision if he does that. T2 Sir now, he closes in. Does Young Man... Yep, he has a angle. This is what I was going to ask. Does Young Man have a angle? He does have an angle, but Twish not using his intelligence there. The Young Man could have provided him enough cover in this fight. So now, Team GK down to 1 player. Team Mystic Esports facing no issues. And just assassinating the lobby. We see meanwhile, well, fight is on for them. Shimaev in wide open. It's Kazama Esports. Even Teddy is knocked down. Choi Boy has to go for this 1v1 against Lacuna. Well, the grenade was right on target. Choi Boy connecting that grenade. Lacuna lacking with HPs. Choi Boy pulls another one. And Lacuna immediately runs back. It's going to be a long range grenade attempt. Which is not really going to bring impact for Joy Boy. In bat! Catching Joy Boy off guard. And just now 2 players surviving for Team VC. Here comes in another guy. And whoa, how do you read this? Is there someone Japanese in the chat? Can tell me what this actually means. Or VC. I don't know what to call this man. But Bat gets flushed out. And all of a sudden Team SLM joining the party. And ruining everything for Kazama Esports. They're down to 3. And now the question rises where to go. Uh-oh, Rick is going to lose this vehicle. And now, Kazama Esports has to travel 700 meters. They need to figure out how they are going to do it. Because they are losing their vehicles. Back-to-back grenades are being attempted by Team VC. Still no connections found. SLM Esports, they'll just pick 1 elimination. And they'll continue their journey towards the circle. But G2 Sir on the other end gets knocked out. And Mystic Esports again. A small disasters happening, which is absolutely fine. Players are getting knocked out. But why only G2 Sir? This is probably the second time I'm seeing him getting knocked out. Well, a young man loves G2. Stage 3 has been initiated, and surprisingly it was a southwestern shift. And maybe that's why Mystic Esports took so much time to wind up this fight. But Shimaev now the last man standing for Team VC. Rek is still in front of him. But he cannot close in because Teddy, from back in areas, at such a wide angle he has, he can stop Shimaev from completely closing in. But Shimaev, well, he is not really bothered by that flank angle, and he's going all in. Here comes in those shots as well. Shimaev checks out a burst. Won't be able to make those connections, and he's going to fall down. The Rek has already pulled a grenade, and maybe this grenade could be his end. But Rek cancelling that grenade right on time. And Shimaev versus Rek, a 1v1 fight. And Rek has to stay in his teammate's cover. Lacuna gets knocked out. Shimaev, can he knock down another one? Yes, I guess he did. But Teddy making those final shot connections on Shimaev, that would have been a marvelous clutch by Shimaev against Team Kazama Esports. But he couldn't execute it well. Could have waited in the TPP angle he had and could have allowed his opponent to completely take the initiative and breach the TPP and come in his angle. But he could have done that, but while you're in a fight, these things, I mean, you don't get much time to think this out. Clips gets knocked out, MVP potion, last man. Oh, the vehicle collides with that tree as well. And now time is running out for Team MVP. Potion. He needs to run as soon as possible, as fast as he can. This is stage 4, ladies and gentlemen, and Circle moves for a northeastern shift. And SLM Esports out of the circle. They're fighting Mystic Esports. Well, this is going to be a huge fight, Mystic Esports and SLM. And SLM Esports right now on the negative side of the Finnish feed. They've lost probably 2 of their assets. And it's Mimi and I guess it's Tisha. A new player has been added to the lineup. It's Fisher, ladies and gentlemen, of Team SLM. And Mystic Esports squaring up upon Team SLM as they know. They've pinned them down, and they want to pin them down more. And they would like to completely eradicate the name of Team SLM from this game. And that's difficult to happen. Fisher brilliantly switches the seat of the vehicle, knocks down G2 Sir, and again is G2 getting knocked out. SLM Esports is G2. This is probably the 4th time he got knocked out. And very smartly, Fisher just gets a position inside the circle, and SLM Esports now they are being bothered by the blue too. So the pressure rises here, and now they have to take the initiative and they have to move ahead. But Fisher just checked out a few shots and heads back to the safe zone. Sexy Oji finishing off Mimi. T2 Sir has been finished out. Fisher gets that frag. The squad house is still vacant, and this is where probably Mystic Esports would regroup and they'll try to heal themselves up. Kazama Esports accessing that ridge. And even if Mystic Esports, they head towards that squad house, eventually they're going to end up in a sandwich situation. Rick went for that vehicle tracing Leo Boy. Won't be affected by those shots for now. And he safely enters that dip for now. And Kazama Esports, are they trying to chase him? Fisher right now in a 1v2 situation. Sexy Oji gets knocked out. That was brilliant by Fisher. Fisher needs to protect herself from the players on the back and ridge. And here comes in those shots as well. And this is pressure. Running would be the best decision. That was close. GK Youngman will be taken down. Team GK gets eliminated on 10th position. And it all comes down to 9 teams and 22 players. Sexy Oji gets the revival immediately. Fisher had the upper hand in this fight, but couldn't close in because of the third party Kazama Esports made. Uh-oh, grenade this time of Sexy Oji right on target. And that's the end. SLM gets eliminated on 9th position. Single monsters that was, ladies and gentlemen. Teddy. Oh, that was great. Now Leo Boy stepping up, trying to protect his teammates. Just trying to give cover. All Stars, they are into action. Was that a slamming coming on Team All Stars? Well, 3 of their players have been knocked out. Kizuma, last player surviving. And can he turn the tide? Can he save his team from this elimination? Just 1 elimination they've secured till now. Kizuma, can he do it? Can he become a ray of hope for his team? Well, Corona is still knocked out, and Corona needs to crawl a lot in order to regroup with Kizuma and get that revival. Mystic Esports' sexy OG again gets knocked out, and it's just Leo Boy, the last man standing. And now his responsibilities are pretty much clear that he has to get some important placement points in this game. There's nothing left. He has already made it to the top 7. He just needs to survive a bit because most of the teams, they're fighting with each other and eventually they're going to get eliminated. All three brothers, well, they enter the circle safely. Just one elimination for all three brothers as well till now. Rush God, that was a miserable spray. Paramore gets knocked out. And Rush God trying to stop Team NT completely. It's a 1v3 fight against Team Never Cheat. Claws knocking down Spiky, and the third party coming in from Kazama Esports. Wreck getting Rush God, and that's the end. 5 teams now, and a total amount of 11 players are still alive. Team Aya gets eliminated. Team O3 Brothers gets eliminated. 5 teams, 11 players. Who'll be the one to get the winner chicken dinner? Ebiho getting knocked out by Lacuna of Kazama Esports. Leo Boy will be taken down. Mystic Esports gets eliminated on 5th. 4 teams now. And out of these 4 teams, 2 teams have 3 players live. So Neverchi versus Kazama Esports, that will be an epic battle. Maybe Potion, when he'll get a chance, he'll deliver in this fight too. And he'll try to fetch out the desired results, whatever he wants. Maybe a winner chicken dinner he'll try to get. But there's so much area inside the circle. Teddy gets knocked out. Kazama Esports. It's Team All-Stars challenging Kazama Esports. But Baba Yaga cooked that grenade too much. And Baba Yaga finishing himself with that grenade. That's such an ugly way to get eliminated. Kazama Esports is wreck. Last man standing. Potion coming out of nowhere to go for the third party. Potion now. Side by side, he's trying to access the circle to 15 meters. It's going to be a huge distance for him. Wreck will be taken down by Claws. Potion is the last man standing. Never cheat. They're going to get this winner chicken dinner with absolute ease. Negrilla was the last player to make those final connections and take down Potion. And Team MVP. Look at the amount of eliminations they've secured. Potion with 9 solo eliminations. You gotta be kidding me. That is insane. 13 total eliminations secured by Team MVP and a hashtag 2, which makes it 19 points out of the first game of Grand Finals of Arcanic Esports Grand Finals. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a short break. We'll be right back. It's time for a short break, and we'll be right back with match number 2, which will be played in the map of Miramar. Till then, I'll ask you all for a favor to like the stream and to subscribe the channel. We'll be right back.
Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Arcanic Grand Finals, #1, match number 2. It's a PUBG Mobile tournament. And here we go. It's time for match number 2. It's going to be Miramar, as we all know. Flight path initiating from Impala, finishing off towards Monte Nuevo, covering the central regions of Miramar map. And as we all can see, heading towards the central regions will be very much easy for teams. But on the other hand, if you talk about the northern edges, heading towards La Cobreria, Turium, the Campo Militar, it will be very much difficult for teams. Even heading towards the southern regions, accessing Minas del Sur and Partona will be a tough job. And maybe we will see a lot of fights in the initial stages, a lot of drop clashes. Our teams are going to play this Miramar in a very passive way, because in the Erangel, we saw at least 4 teams heading towards Pachinki. So that kind of a strategy might not be seen in this Miramar. But surely in Rondo, there will be a lot of bloodshed. But this Miramar will be played in a very passive way. I can feel that. Team SOG heading towards Puerto Paraíso. Dane Sap heading towards Puerto Paraíso 2. ITZ, they headed towards Impala. Team Never T got a winner chicken in the last game. And that was pretty much easy for them, because Team Never T, they didn't fight much in the initial stages. And just maintain the pace, and eventually there were less players surviving in the end stages. They basically had to survive and just initiate that final fight to get that winner chicken dinner. Udain Sap's share getting knocked out immediately after dropping. And Krishna desperately trying to flush him out. Team Dangerous, they are fighting right in the initial stages. And Team Dangerous seems like they love drop clashes and gunfights, because you always see them fighting in the initial stages. The fight coming from San Martin. I'd like to see who are they fighting right now. Well, they are fighting Team JK. And Team JK, even they had a miserable last game. Irango wasn't that great for them. Not a game to remember for sure. But you can at least learn from your mistakes. And maybe that was possible for Team GK. And they are eliminated from this game. Team GK gets eliminated on 19th position. We started off with a total amount of 19 teams. And they got eliminated first from this game, which will make it now even more important for them to perform in the Rondo. O3 Brothers, the Graveyard, ITZ, and Impala. Where's MVP Esports? They got #2. They're in the Lazar, almost 2,000 meters away from the circle. And Team SF. That is Team Scarface X77 Esports. SF77. They are present in Los Leones, and they have a company for now, because even All Stars, they are even looting in Los Leones. But both these teams are far away from each other, and maybe there are less probabilities of these two teams fighting. I can see that. O3 Brothers, yep, we saw them. They were looting Graveyard. Team Dangerous Esports had a successful drop flash there. High Rush. Well, trying to lose some small compounds. They're present inside the circle, not in a hurry for now. But many teams can choose the northern regions to enter the circle, so a lot of traffic might travel from these particular areas, and if that happens, Team IR will have a threat of being stabbed in their back, but at the same time, they'll be getting plenty of opportunities to collect eliminations for them. That's pretty much important. Getting eliminations in the initial stages is very, very much important. Geo plays, taking down Alpha. And Udain Sep now completely on back foot. Probably they are close to elimination. Team Havoc again, a miserable start for them. Just playing with 3 players and losing 1. Alpha plays has been flushed out. Mystic Esports, they are fighting. Cheeto Sir gets knocked out. And always Cheeto Sir is getting knocked out. Even this time he got knocked out. I cannot understand why is this happening to Cheeto Sir. All of them are doing him dirty. Sexy OG will be flushed out. Socket, Leo Boy, sure ray of hope surviving for Team Mystic Esports. So much pressure on Mystic Esports, and they are fighting Team Havoc in Chumasera. And this is what retaliation looks like. Wings! It was so much close. He was about to get knocked out there.
So much close to get knocked out. Faker, but he knows now where Sogat actually is now. Here comes in the spray as well. Sogat so much low. Wings is providing the cover. The pre-fire Faker. Sogat more low now. He's more lacking with his HPs. Now again damages will be dealt. Sogat keeps on running. Faker, will he take the risk to chase him between those containers? Uh-oh. Faker will be stabbed in his back. Oh my goodness, that's just salt on the wound. Sogat knocks down Faker. And Wings will be the last man standing for Havoc Esports. So again, situation turns against Team Havoc. And I guess now it will be fair to call as Mystic Esports the winner of this fight. It will be fair to call Mystic Esports as the winners of this fight. Maybe. Havoc Wings is running back. So Mystic Esports hasn't seen him yet while running back. But we all know what's going to happen here. We all know that Wings, if he fights Team Mystic Esports, he'll get eliminated. So it's better to just fall back and head towards the safe zone and get some points for your team. Ruthless. Pins down Pikey that was. Pikey or Spiky that was of O3. That's Pikey of O3 Brothers. He's been pinned down. In the open areas. And Xenos takes down Spiky. And O3 Brothers is Ace MVP is the last man standing. He's way back. He's trying to reunite with his teammates. But it's going to take time. And by the time, Mouse Overin is going to get themselves in a much more manageable situation. Ace MVP, I guess, can provide revival to one player. That's going to be Spiky. And since Mouse Overin, they're quite behind, it will take time for them to close in. By the time Ace MVP at least gets some assistance from Spiky, maybe he can bait him too. But Eilish immediately knocks down Spiky, I guess? No, Spiky. He dodged those bullets. He survived that spray. And Ace MVP trying to revive Paramore as well. But both these players are so much low. They don't even have healings. Even if Team O3 Brothers, they win this war. Even if they win this battle, they'll lose this war. Or maybe you can call it as, even if they win this war, they'll lose this battle. Because they'll get eliminated because of a lack of healings. But Spiky finds out a first aid there and a few bandages as well. Xenos having a off-guard angle. Ruthless maybe. They provide all the information Xenos needs right now. And that's going to be enough. Maybe Xenos will pop in this first aid, heal himself, and then he'll indulge himself in that fight. But Team O3 Brothers, they're squaring up on Xenos. He's completely outnumbered. And that's the end of Team Mouse Overin. 2 back-to-back painful endings for Team Mouse Overin. This time they get eliminated on 18th position. Second circle has been initiated. And it's a centralized shift which we'll see from the circle, Pain Africa. Well, they reached the outer skirts of Chimasura and immediately they'll be welcomed. SFX-77, giving them a casualty, and Amok, he has been flushed up. He's out of this game. It's down to 2 players now, Pain Africa is. And they're used to it. They're habitual of facing casualties in the initial stages of this game, And even in Miramar, they've now faced a casualty just like the Erangel one. But in Erangel, things were different. They completely got eliminated in the initial stages. So I guess they are on the verge of getting eliminated if they continue to fight. Mystic Esports, meanwhile. Last player was surviving. And maybe he has been taken down. And Mystic Esports has seen their end. No. Mystic Esports. No, that was, I guess, Team Havoc. The last player was surviving. Mystic Esports, they were much more healthy. But now even they are being pinned down by SF-77. Mystic Esports down to 2. Well, Socket gets their revival. Now down to 3 players there. They're 2 players up. You can say 1 player up. So they're surviving with 3 players. 3v4 fight. And maybe Team SF-77 will need to completely enter Chumasera. And it's chaotic. It's chaotic entering a city and fighting your opponents. It's always chaotic. Maybe SF-77 won't take that much risk. And they're avoiding the entrance inside Chumasera. they'll continue their journey towards the circle, I guess. They're inside the circle, but securing securing a good position inside the circle is equally important, and that's what they're doing for now. Team Dangerous, they have a good height advantage. It's very important in Miramar to secure a higher ground ridge. So if the circle forms in the nearby areas, Team Dangerous will be the team who'll be hitting double-digit finishes. They already have 4 eliminations. And yeah, if the circle forms in the nearby areas, teams, first of all, they'll find it very much difficult to climb this ridge up while TS being present on the top of the ridge. It will be very much difficult for teams to climb up. And it will be difficult for teams to even survive in the nearby areas because Team DS is just going to explode with the utilities and resources they have. They are going to go nuts. And they have already gotten a good start in this game. 4 eliminations right in the initial stages of Miramar. And usually teams play passive in Miramar, but not in case of Team Dangerous. They always love gunfights, drop clashes. And in Pachinki, the last game of Erangel, we saw them fighting 3 teams at a time. And they had good amount of eliminations. They have really good experience of Pachinki. And they have really good eliminations, but they got outnumbered by Team ITZ, I guess, and Team ITZ came out of nowhere and eliminated them. But the thing which we can remember from the last game is them getting at least 7 or 8 eliminations from that draw clash. So eliminating 2 teams out of 4. Well, it's time for stage 3. Till now we've seen so much dry air and patience from teams. No fights yet happening after the first circle. Second circle has been very much peaceful. Team MVP, they're trying to climb up that ridge. Psycho will be spotted. And the ridge parallel to Team DS has been accessed by Team MVP. So now, things have changed for Team DS, for Team Dangerous. Team MVP, they have a really good gun power. Bazooka knocking down Adrian. That was a contest of bursts, clips, not pushing in that fight too much, just goes for that revival, keeps it pretty simple. And yup, the revival has been provided. And look at Team MVP now, they started closing in. This team has gone in #2 in the last game, ladies and gentlemen. And Potion was the man who survived. Contributed solo 9 eliminations. Total finishes were secured. Total 14 eliminations were secured in the last game by Team MVP. And Potion, out of it, contributing 9. And even getting a #2 for his team. So you cannot underestimate Team MVP at all. But SF77, they're into action. And for now, they're struggling because Grozu Top and Silent is the dual Ray of surviving. Venom and Mario already, they've been knocked out. And Grozu, I guess, knocks down a player, immediately flushes him out. Venom X is out of this game. Mario gets the revival, a nice time for Venom to be saved. Avi Gaming Whitey gets knocked out too. And Pain Africa, are they eliminated from this game? Well, they're still in close range, but Team Rainsap, they're about to face a casualty. Bonnie is the last man standing. And I knew Pain Africa, they were playing with just 3 players. And here comes in the flush too. Pain Africa, they're eliminated on 16th position. Did they secure any finish from this game? I don't think so. No. They left this game empty-handed. 15 teams now and a total of 48 players still alive. Kazama Esports watching Team SFX77 very closely. And now Team Sage with that opening created. Aura knocking down Venom of SFX77. Oh, that was Mario, ladies and gentlemen, who got knocked out. Team Sage, they straight away close in. Brave-hearted players are in this team. And now they're showing us an example of it again. Aura tries to go for the grenade, won't be able to make those connections. Reflects. He's too much low, and I guess he's trapped in open areas. And there's nothing he can do from here. Akuna knocking down Silent of Team SFX77. Venom gets knocked out as well. And now down to 2 again. It throws in Mario. Will be the dual ray of hope surviving. Again, huge responsibility. Huge responsibility on the shoulder of these players. Mario in a 1v1 fight against Sora. Mario uses a Molotov. Ora immediately he falls back. Mario this time goes for a grenade and knocks down DRG26. Terrific that was by Mario. But Ora knocking down Mario and flushing out Mario immediately. Grozu sitting in the corner. Venom gets the revival. Silent flushes out a player. Ora is out of this game. Stage down to 2. Oh! Silent gets knocked out. Grozu gets knocked out too, and all eyes on Venom. Can he get this job done? The spray is coming in from Kazama Esports as well. Kazama Esports has been bothering Team SF since a very long time. Venom now lacking a lot with his HPs. He doesn't even have a first aid. So it's really difficult for him to get out of the situation. There's no running back. Now you have to fight and you have to win. It's a do-or-die situation. But Kazama Esports, where are they? Are they not closing in for a third party? Kazama Esports has already rotated. Team MVP taking on Team Mission Codex. Shimaev. He has his teammate by his side. INF goes for the tracing. That doesn't really work. He has to prioritize this 1v1 with ORG. And ORG takes down INF. Brilliant use of cover there. Brilliant use of the rage. And MVP Esports survives. ORG with 4 eliminations. Wow, that's brilliant. The battle is still on between SFX77, but my goodness! Grozu with bare HPs, the pump shotgun connects. And SFX77 survives. Reflex was the last man. And he'll be taken down. That's a disaster coming in for Team Sage. Even after having the upper hand in this fight, even after having numbers advantage, even after starting so much great, they ended up losing this fight, which is just unacceptable. 11 teams and a total of 30 players now surviving. Circle moves for a centralized ship. Some regions of Montenegro are still present inside the circle, which will lead to a dry air maybe, because teams have plenty of areas to hold. And maybe we won't see a fight for a few minutes, but right on the southern edge of the circle is Team 03 Brothers fighting Team Urain Sap. Paramore backing off. The blue zone is coming in. And you cannot afford to face the damage of the blue now, because it's almost stage 5. Blue zone becomes much more deadly. Urain Sap, are they trying to chase down Team 03 Brothers? I guess they are trying to do so because there is no other way they can go. They have to initiate this fight. And Team Never T can even go for the third party and give their touch on this fight. Klaus gets knocked out. He'll be welcomed inside the circle. Nigrilla avoiding the same pathway. Klaus getting that revival for now. Team 03 Brothers, they'll be finishing out share of Timurain Sap. And just one player surviving, it's going to be Scar. Anwar, what a spray that was. And that's the end. Urain Sap gets eliminated on 10th position now. 9 teams and a total of 25 players alive. All Stars going for the revival. 03 Brothers, they have to move. 6 eliminations they have. They're far away from the circle. There are a lot of barriers in between. A lot of teams which will try to increase their difficulties while rotation. One of them is going to be Team Shingle Monsters. How many players do they have? Just 2. They played with just 3 players in this game. The probabilities of Team All Stars winning this game are a lot. The talk going with a burnt out vehicle. Surprise will be given by Team Never T, Doc, and Albishro. Both of them will be flushed out. It's Max and Baby Yaga. Baby Yaga. Baba Yaga, the duo surviving for Team All Stars. And Max, just like digging his own grave. He even compromised his position, and the tension of SFX77 switches immediately, and Venom showing levels. Venom humbles Max. And now he has to enter open areas. Baba Yaga must be so much angry at Max right now. Because he got knocked out at a really bad time. Where even revival is not possible. Baba Yaga finishing Negrilla. Getting a frag when there was no opportunity of getting elimination. Negrilla was knocked out because of the blue zone. Negrilla didn't give up, but rather considered giving a frag to his opponent. Rexy gets knocked out. Claws remaining the last guy. Uh-oh, the connections will be found by Venom. FX77, they are everywhere. They're continuously getting frags, and this is what happens when your compound is present inside the circle and all the other teams are in open areas. SFX77, they've gone crazy. 10 eliminations in this Miramar game. And they can still get more. 25 points winner chicken dinner can we expect from them? Claws has no other opportunity left. Has no other option left. Sorry. He has no other option left. And SFX77 now trying to use those grenades. That's a sticky bomb. Won't cause any trouble to Claws. And they keep on surviving there. Baba Yaga has no other option left too. He is standing up and running towards the circle. Running in open areas. Kazama Esports. Well, I guess they have their eyes on Baba Yaga of all stars. But now even they have to move. While facing the damage of the blue. Team MVPs. Orgy is still in this game. Bazooka gets knocked out of Team Dangerous. But the help arrives. Bobby closes in. Clips. He's completely separated from his teammate Orge. SFX77 there eliminated. Claws does a 1v2 there. And eliminates SFX77. SFX77 on 6th position. Orgy gets knocked out. Haley doing a stunning job there. Goes in the Molotov by Clips. Pulls another grenade. So much pressure on him. He has to win this fight no matter what. And it's a 1v3, not even a 1v1. And Clips dares to jump down. Huge effort is being made by Clips. Finds no connection with that UMP45. And Kaylee's DBS will strike well. And that's the end. Team MVP gets eliminated on 5th position. 4 teams and a total amount of 8 players now surviving. Claws making it to the circle is so much difficult for him. He has a vehicle. He has to drive wisely. Baba Yaga might stab him in his back. Claws trying to find a way to the circle. It's so much open. Is the tree present inside the circle? Yes, it is. But no, Claws will be taken down by Robbie. And Team Never T. They are out. They're eliminated on 4th position. 3 teams, 6 players. Kazama Esports versus Team Dangerous. Baba Yaga ready to give his final touch on this fight. He'll wait for a better opportunity to do a third party. And he's running now towards the circle. Nobody has seen him yet. Bazooka gets knocked out because of the blue. But Robbie saw Baba Yaga. And that's the end for Team All Stars. Even Team Dangerous has secured double-digit eliminations from this game. That was so much low, he'll be taken down. And that's the end. It is all over. Team All Stars justifying their name. Getting a winner and a chicken dinner with a total amount of 13 eliminations from this Miramar game. What a play. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if yes, make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button. We'll be taking a short break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back with match number 3. It's going to be Rondo. Till then, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for match number 3. It's time for Rondo. Things are gonna get nasty now because we're gonna see a lot of bloodshed in the initial stages. Here we go, Arcanic Esports final, #1 PUBG Mobile Tournament. The flight path is here, initiating from the northern regions of Zelton, finishing off to a thin long garden. The flight path currently favoring the western regions of Rondo map. Yep, the western regions will be easily accessed, heading towards central regions will be easy for teams too, but northern regions, I mean, it's difficult to head towards the northern regions. The eastern edges, I don't think teams will even try. Yulin now, I'd like to see how many teams will head towards Yulin. And already, the solo player Grozu top heading towards the Nashun Record Clips headed towards Bailey. 5th player of team JK, he's heading towards the southern Record of Nashuan. And a lot of teams heading towards Yulin. It's going to be a hell of a fight in Yulin. The circle completely heading towards the southern regions of Rondo map. And a lot of teams are out of the circle. So, many rotational clashes can happen. No team has headed towards Neox factory and the fight has begun. The chaos has started. And immediately after dropping, Team VC started facing casualties. How many teams are here? All the 10 teams, I guess? Also Ring taking on Team All Stars. Baba Yaga flashing out a pair. It's a 1v2 scenario. And Baba Yaga doesn't have a place to run. And Baba Yaga will be stabbed in his back. That's a third body. And Mausorin can steal a frag there. Even Ruthless gets knocked out. Max just lying in the corner. He's knocked out. And he's just watching the show. But now he'll be finished out. Team Sage Reflex gets knocked out. Pain Africa. 2 eliminations for them in this recall phase. Kazama Esports, Lacuna. Oh wow, Kazama Esports, all the players have been eliminated too early. So Kazama Esports, now the recall phase is over, so they have to play very much passive. Rain Sap on the other end. Well, even their recall phase has been ended, I guess. Never cheat. Last game was pretty much good for them because they showed consistency. I thought they'll get eliminated in the initial stages of Miramar because they succeeded in Irango to get that winner chicken dinner, but they proved me wrong. Venom, 1v1 fight against Ace MVP of O3 Brothers. Dear boy, what's happening to him? Mystic Esports? Well, the players have been finished out. They've faced their temporary elimination. The players have been recalled back to this map of Rondo. So, no more free hand for Team Mystic Esports. Aura gets knocked out. Ruthless is in way too open. But Xenos with the sharp reflex knocking down Toxic. And Dwish wanted to go for that M24 shot connection. Fails this time. Switches on to that S12K. Trying to bait the opponents. Dwish goes for that grenade. That's an undercooked grenade. Just trying to buy some time. And get that revival done. And yes, the revival will be done. Grenade coming in from Team Mausover inside. Won't cause much trouble to Team GK. Can Dwish make at least one connection this time? Even this time won't be enough. So it's a head-to-head 3v3 fight. But going against the TPP and climbing up will be very much difficult. But 3 teams have been eliminated from this game. Team O3 Brothers, Team VC and Team Sage. They're already they've been eliminated from this game. An early exit for 3 teams. That's unbelievable. And Ruthless getting knocked out of Mausover and Vizzy just standing out. Eilish needs cover. And maybe now Mausover, they need to find a record tower for themselves too. Because all the players... Okay, Eilish right now heading towards the record tower. Vizzy is the last player of Team Mausover and Yulin. Kazama Esports losing 2 of the players. Teddy is the last man. No. Well, Teddy has been finished out too, so Kazama Esports, their recall phase is now over. 16 teams and a total amount of 55 players still alive. Dwish gets taken down. Team GK suffering from the third party. And who's doing it? Range up. Way too open. Young man had a chance to take down Scar but failed miserably. Sheer enters open areas. Young man tempted those shots. Won't be enough to knock down Sheer. Young man now has to step back.
Rain Sap. Trying to take the initiative. Trying to create a smoke pathway and close in. The team Never T. Well, one of the players, Nicola, has been finished out. Team Danger is now getting their first elimination. Mimi, last player surviving of Shingle Monsters. Just playing with 2 players. What's happening to Team Shingle Monsters? Where are their players? First game played with 4 players. This game with 2. Last game they played with just 3 players. With every game, 1 player is being absent. This is concerning. And more concerning part is Eilish. Will Eilish be able to access a record top? Mouse Sovereign's existence depends on Eilish completely. And 2 bad games have already been played by Mouse Sovereign. So this is a very important game for them. Slimimi will be taken down. And that's the end for Shingle Monsters 2. Early exit from this game for Shingle Monsters. Yulin still filled with players. Kaylee entering open areas. SOG spamming those bullets. The spray was quite ugly there. So not a great job will be done. Bazooka in open. Gojo knocking down Bazooka. JD please gets knocked out too. Gojo finishing out Bazooka. And now the recall Bacon will be searched by Team Dangerous as well. And this is their first temporary elimination. And Shio for now is securing that recall Bacon. Sojo Kala gets knocked out. And again, Team Never T trying to get eliminations for them. Well, 4 they have already secured. So it will be considered as a great start. Getting 4 eliminations in the initial stages of Rondo. It will surely be considered as a great start. Yup. And the recall phase hasn't ended yet, so you never know. They can get more. Kazama Esports. Surprising Team SOG. Teddy plays goes for the grenade. Teddy in open area. Grenade has created an impact. And Teddy gets knocked out. JD plays using that ridge wisely. JD plays gets that confirmation too. Elbisher moving. Maybe JD plays now will go for the tracing. And it won't be enough because a lot of obstacles in between those trees. Nerfing down that spray maybe. But Elbisher stops. And what made him stop in such a wide open area? His buggy is being punctured. And now there's no way he can move. There was, first of all, no need to wait here in such a wide open area. But I don't know what made him stop. What made him check out his opponents that doing such an open area. I'm confused. Cher in a 1v2 fight. And Cher gets knocked out. He's out of this game. There was a 1v3. Much more worse than a 1v2. Alpha please cannot scope in. Because there's an EMP zone. And Team NT takes advantage of it. And they close in because they knew. Alpha plays. Oh no, they didn't know about Alpha plays. Alpha plays has been camping here. And now it's a 1v1. Alpha plays closes in, takes down Praxi 2. So it's a fair win now for Alpha plays. A fair 1v1 win. And Team Never T didn't know about Alpha plays. Alpha plays was here in this house holding. Silently sitting in the corner. And Team NT being unlucky for now. But we can count the first player who was taken down as unlucky. Maybe that was Sojo Kala. But Kraxi had a fair chance there to take down Alpha Plays, and he couldn't do that. SFX77, 8 eliminations, you gotta be kidding me. And they are going after Team IR. Those grenades, like ballistic missiles, chasing down the players. Theo. Uh-oh, Corona with that side angle. Knocking down Venom. The pressure has been created now on SFX77. IR has to move in. But this huge split will cause numbers disadvantage to Team IR in close range. And that's why they are not moving in. And Raul. I guess there's no recall left for Raul. That's why Team IR. They're not even bothered by this casualty they faced. Alexa versus Venom. Alexa versus Mario. Venom gets that revival. Pops in that first hit immediately. Tier just calmly staying in his teammates' cover. And that's how you win a fight where you have Nimbus disadvantage. Third circle has been initiated, going for a northern shift. 59 players in a total amount of 15 teams in this third circle. It's a huge number. Pain Africa on the other end. Recall has been provided to all the players. But again, Pain Africa, they are trembling. They are falling. Borney, Ammo, the tool, surviving for Pain Africa, and they don't know what to do. Well, they'll keep moving. And eventually maybe they'll meet Team Udain Sap. Just 2 players surviving for Udain Sap. Not 2 but 4. Maybe Scar and Sheer, they're quite separated, but SFX 77, they are being manhandled by Team IR, and here comes in Mystic Esports as well. And Team IR, they are down to 1 player. Alexa gives up 2. So that was maybe Mystic Esports who surprised Team SFX 77. And it's a 4v3 fight. Sexy OG trying to create that flank angle. Will go for a run. Brilliant that was by Sexy OG. And now just 1 player surviving. And within a fraction of a second, Mystic Esports, they secure that compound. What a execution that was. And from this game, Team SFX 77 has been eliminated. They're eliminated on 15th position. Bazooka knocking down El Bisho of Team All Stars. And All Stars now, they're down to 1 player. 14 teams and 46 players still alive, but just 50 seconds are remaining. And after that, it will be stage 4. Havoc Esports trying their very best to turn the tide, to turn the tables. Because 2 miserable games for them, but there is still a chance to make a comeback. Dwesh gets knocked out. GK. Who are they fighting? Lavi Gaming Whitey gets knocked out because of that. No, Lavi Gaming Whitey is still in this game, but I guess those were shots being attempted by Lavi Gaming Whitey. Lavi finishes ITZ Max. So maybe it's Team ITZ who's suffering for now. Doc gets knocked out by Sojo. And it's Goat. Last player of Team ITZ who's surviving for now. And can you find a recorder to bring his teammates back into this game? It's going to be so much tough for him. Team Udain Sap, the question rises, will they be able to make it to the circle? Well, after this, it's going to be stage 4, so yeah, it's going to be safe travels for them. No need to really worry. They will reach the circle timely. But if this was 5th circle ship, then probably it would have been game over for them. But I'd like to see Goat. Can he find a recorder? Well, he's barely surviving on 10 HPs. Is anybody chasing him for now? I don't think so. Alexa gets knocked out. Corona. Last player surviving. The vehicle has been burnt out. And he reaches Team MVP. But Corona barely surviving in 10 HPs. The vehicle was caught on fire. Corona couldn't drive it for a much longer time. And now Corona has to fire Team MVP. There's no other option left. And it's just a 1v1 till the help arrives. And Corona doesn't know this maybe. But again, those shots are being connected on Corona. And Corona will be taken down by Potion. It doesn't really disappoint with his gunpowder. Team Udain Sap. Goatsy will be taken down on the other end by Team Havoc. Pain Africa. Giving some pain to Team Udain Sap. Lavi. Last player surviving. And he'll be taken down by Team Dangerous. That's the end for Team Udain Sap 2. They're eliminated on 12th position. 11 teams now are alive and a total amount of 39 players. And the finish feed is going to run like anything now. This whole lobby is going to go nuts. Teams are going to be so much aggressive now. Because they'll have to fight. But Gojo, well, I guess the vehicle has been sacrificed. Now he has to swim. He has to run towards the circle. And I hope he reaches on time. Because as soon as the 5th circle initiates, Blue Zone is going to be a killing machine. Absolutely. Centralized shift by the circle. Toxic is knocked out. And, yep. He's being saved by his teammate, maybe. Now he's knocked out. There's not much time to save Toxic, I guess. So the revival will be avoided at Team GK, focusing on this game. Focusing on winning this game. Young man in a 1v1 fight. Adrian versus Young Man. Both of them are very low. Adrian switches on to that AUG before his opponent does. And that's the end of Team GK. Young Man, he lost that 1v1 and his teammates did the same thing. Team GK unfortunately gets eliminated on 11th position. That was a rotational error. And Team Havoc, who were playing so much cautiously till now, they are being mauled as they're the center of attraction. All the teams currently dealing that spray on Team Havoc only. SOG gets eliminated. Kazama Esports getting 10 eliminations. And they're the real king of this game. Kazama Esports. Circle is not that far away from them. But Mouse Sovereign, trust me, the way they have anticipated the circle is brilliant. And now they have to convert this game into a winner-winner chicken dinner. Sakuna is so much low. Mouse Sovereign can see Kazama Esports. Xenos knocking down El Bisho and Team All Stars. Doc is the last man standing. And is that a close range fight? No, that was a long range spray maybe. But Kazama Esports faced a casualty. And I guess that was Costa's curse, because right now I call them as the king of the game, king of the circle. Because they had so many eliminations. All their 4 players were alive. But immediately me after saying that they faced a casualty. That's so sad. Kazama Esports now they're down to 2 players, Lacuna and Bat. Cruel ray of hope surviving. Team All Stars, they've been eliminated from this game. Team Dangerous, last game was theirs. They got that Miramar. And even they maintained so much consistency. Could be back-to-back 2 winner-winner chicken dinners for them. And now they have to clear out Team Mouse Sovereign. Bazooka gets knocked out by Potion. Team MVP stabbing Team Dangerous, but Revival won't be that difficult, I guess. Team Bazooka has enough time. Mystic Esports on the other end gets eliminated. Team Havoc, what a retaliation that was. And Mystic Esports didn't see it coming. Team Havoc getting more eliminations, but Musa gets knocked out. Xenos gets knocked out by Robbie. And Team Dangerous trying to make situation manageable for them. Bazooka is knocked out. And Bazooka is getting the Revival 2-8-3 and gets knocked out of Team MVP. And MVP is making so many efforts to enter the circle. They have 14 eliminations. My goodness. MVP is on hold of the league. I guess they have the most amount of eliminations as compared to any team in this lobby. But Mouse over right now. They're falling apart. They're down to 2 players. Wizzy, all responsibilities on him. Bazooka chooses the easy way. Goes for the grenade. And even, I guess, Kaylee is trying to go for the grenade. Meanwhile, Ruthless, he moves ahead, flushes out a player right in front of his opponent. Bazooka, didn't see it coming. And Mouse over and eventually they got eliminated on 6th position. 5 teams, 14 players. A better game for Mouse Sovereign as compared to the last 2 ones. So yeah, definitely it'll become a breakthrough. And last game lobby, it will be very much harsh, very much dirty. So there is a chance for Team Mouse Sovereign. Well, they can easily get those placement points. And if they try passive, then maybe they'll get a winner-winner chicken dinner too. Team Havoc. Now this is the real test. Getting your way to the circle. 120 meters. Can they do it? Team Dangerous. These 2 players are surviving. Adrian will be spotted. Kaylee won't miss. Adrian gets knocked out. And Adrian will be flushed out too. Team Dangerous. 13th elimination for them. Just 4 meters now they have to enter the circle. Team Havoc on the other end. They are being tortured by a lot of teams. Orge, last man of Team MVP, takes down Negrilla. But somebody else took down Negrilla, and Team Havoc, they are everywhere. Team MVP gets eliminated from this game too. And now just 3 teams are alive. Koza will be knocked out. Bazooka claims that frag. Wings will be taken down by Kaylee. And it's Faker now. The solo player surviving for Team Havoc. And Faker will be taken down too by Bazooka. It's a 1v2. Kojo gets that revival. And this is where I guess Team Dangerous will start rushing in. They know where Team Never T is. And we should all appreciate the consistency that Team Never T has shown. First game, they got a winner with a chicken dinner. Last game, they made it to the top 5. And here, they made it to the top 2. And they can even get a winner chicken dinner. Because they are close to the circle. And this will be so much unfair to Team Dangerous Esports. I mean, The circle is not favoring them despite securing 16 eliminations. They've done such a great job with their weapon, with bullets till now, getting 16 eliminations. But right at the main time, when they needed the circle advantage, the circle ditches them. Kaylee gets knocked out, and this is the last thing Team Dangerous wanted. But now Bazooka, who has contributed the most amount of finishes, most amount of eliminations, can she turn the tide? She won't be able to. Team Never T gets a winner chicken dinner. Even Team Dangerous showing brilliant consistency. Just the first game they failed. Last game they got a winner chicken dinner. Here they'll get a hashtag 2. And Team Never T with 10 eliminations, finishing this game on a positive note. What a way to win. And that's the end of match number 3. A short break will be needed, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back with match number 4, which is going to be Erangel again. We'll be right back. Till then, stay tuned.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's time for the main event of the evening. It's time for Erangel. This is the last match, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go. The flight was completely favoring the southern regions of Erangel. This is gonna be chaotic. A lot of spice has been added to this final game, because completely we are heading towards the southern island. Will we see a southern island finish? That's the question. If the circle is associated with the flight path, it will be entertaining, because heading towards military base, it's always chaotic. And maybe this is the kind of circle teams don't really like, when the circle is completely favoring Sosnoka military base, because you have to give so many efforts in order to head towards the circle. So yeah, just two ways to head towards Sosnoka military base, to those two bridges. If you don't find them, if you don't find a way through that bridge, maybe you'll need to get a vehicle for yourself and head towards. So maybe you'll need to get a hovercraft for yourself and head towards Sosnoka military base, or a boat maybe you'll need to get in order to head towards Sosnoka military base. The first circle, I mean, creates a kind of confusion here in the minds of players. Will it head towards the mainland, or will it head towards Sosnoka military base? That's the question here. But what I feel is circle might finish off near the farm strip. That can really happen. Pain Africa, they're heading towards Pachinki. Vision Codex, they're heading towards Pachinki 2. We have started with a total amount of 15 teams and 58 players. So, yeah, I guess there's one team who's playing with just 2 players. Which team that could be? Alright, 2 teams playing with just 3 players. It's SLM and Vision Codex. SLM headed towards Sosnoka military base. They wanted to play aggressive, and they expected that teams would head towards Sosnoka military base completely, but that didn't really happen. So SLM is all alone there, and now they have to complete their loot as soon as possible, and they need to search for opponents, because this last game is like a contest. Who gets most amount of finishes? There's a kind of contest that's going on here right now. In Pain Africa, immediately after dropping, they'll be getting their first elimination of this game. Team All Stars, they are fighting Team IR in Miltar. 2 players have been knocked out. Now Tio and Corona is the duo surviving. Tio's eyes are right now on El Bisho. Information will be seeked. Alexa gives up. El Bisho gets knocked out. Uh-oh. Things getting more and more worse for Team IR. Corona is the last one standing. And Team All Stars, they know where Corona is hiding for now. Oh, wow. Max takes down Corona, and that's the end of Team IR. They get eliminated on 15th position. In fact, they become the first team to get eliminated from this game. 14 teams, 53 players are now alive. SFX 77 in Lipovka, and Team MVP, they are looting the Western Edge, I guess? Yep, they are looting the Western Edge away from fights. Team MVP is in contention. Maybe that's why they are playing passively. They are not doing any experiments in the initial stages. But Team Dangerous, wow. You need a huge heart to do this. Team Dangerous is in contention too. But Team Dangerous wants to fight in the initial stages. Maybe that was a rotation going, and they tried to cut off that rotation. That's Mao Sovereign. Joy Boy on the other end gets knocked out. Pain Africa doing really well in this top flash. And Vision Codex, they're eliminated from this game. They're eliminated on 14th position. A early elimination for them, and now 13 teams and a total amount of 51 players are alive. And we all knew that this last game is going to be very much aggressive, reckless. Players are going to be absolutely relentless. They're not going to spare anyone. But Teddy, in a 1v2 situation, has a Uzi, which is onto the pump shotgun now. The cover is being provided. Teddy doesn't have much ammo in that Uzi. Kaylee pulls a grenade. Teddy might get knocked out. That is a Velcro grenade. But Bat knocking down Kaylee. Teddy won't get much affected by the grenade. Teddy goes for those constant pre-fires. Kazama Esports cannot close in. Teddy finds the angle. Connects that shot. And so much low Robbie is right now. Teddy moves in again. Robbie has that S12K, and Teddy is so much unlucky. Despite of making those connections, Robbie made a comeback in this fight. Dangerous Esports, remember the name, ladies and gentlemen. These players can make comeback out of nowhere. These players can rise back from the dead. But there is a threat. He might be stabbed on his back. Kaylee will be flushed out. Robbie so much low with that S12K, and he misses this time. Oh my goodness, Robbie goes for a jump shot, and even Vab fails. This rarely happens. Lacuna has that M1 Grand, heading straight away to his bazooka to flush him out.
Team DS, they got a hashtag 2 in the last game. And this is surprising that they are fighting. They chose a fight in the initial stages. Lacuna, with this M1 Grand. Can Lacuna end this fight right here, right now? Because Esports has lost a lot in this fight. Even if they win this fight, even if they win this war, they're going to lose the battle. Even 700 meters they're away from the circle, so they're going to make it very quick. Mystic Esports, they are into action against Team All Stars. Fight coming up from Milta. That means Mystic Esports, they traveled all the way to Milta just to fight Team All Stars. Sorget is way too close to the players of Team All Stars. And it's kind of a sandwich situation the setup All Stars has created right now. Baba Yaga knocks down G2 Sir. Leo Boy flashing out Baba Yaga immediately. Down to 2 players. Team All Stars is. Smash goes for the jump shot. Both the players going for a jump shot at the same time. And that's the end of Team Mystic Esports. They're eliminated on 13th position, and All Stars, they are celebrating. Well, you cannot be happy because Team Never T, they were watching this fight very closely, but Never T, maybe they'll choose passiveness over aggressiveness. Mouse Sovereign down to 3 players. Crazy's out of this game, but 2 eliminations will be secured by Xenos, and that's maybe SFX 77. Cruzo has a low ground disadvantage. Eilish, can she get the job done? We're waiting for her teammates to step up. And it's a 1v2, I guess. Lacuna knocking down Robbie with that M1 Grand. Where's the final player? CEO. CEO is way back, and CEO wants to climb up, but CEO is not able to find a place to climb up those rocks. Oh, this is so much frustrating. Maybe CEO fell down by mistake. And now CEO is not able to find a place from where he can climb up those rocks. And that is so much frustrating. So much irritating as well. There's no place. There's no place to get up on the land. This is hilarious. This is hilarious, my goodness. Robbie will be taken down by Lacuna. Kazama Esports gets 3 eliminations. And I don't know how much time now CEO needs to just get on the mainland. Then on. So they then go for the random spray through the smoke. Through the smoke. Knock down Grozu. And Venom. SFX 77's last ray of hope he is. Immediately grabs a vehicle and starts retreating towards the safe zone. There's nothing much left in this fight for him. And except threat of being eliminated. Oh, the vehicle is smoked out. The vehicle is on fire. And the buggy's front tire will be punctured too, so also Rain, they are not really allowing Venom to get out of their hands. But now finally Venom, he will fall back successfully. Circle moves for a centralized ship. Huge chaos on the Noah Bridge. Team Never T, they've been trapped. And I guess that's Team SLM. Yep, that is Team SLM. And one thing which is needed to be kept in mind, that is SLM is just playing with 3 players. So Team Never T, they have the advantage. Havoc Esports faker, knocking down El Bishop of Team All Stars. And now just one last player surviving for Team All Stars. It's Max and Havoc Esports. They are rushing in to take down the last player of Team All Stars, that is Max. Get these 2 eliminations for them. Spray was deadly. Max is so much low, and Max is trying to eliminate that guy who is constantly giving cover to his teammate. The farthest threat. And sometimes you need to do this. Sometimes you need to focus on the farthest threat as compared to the closest ones. And that's what Max has been doing till now. But now Zinc has closed in too. And Max knows from where Zinc is going to peek. Another grenade right on target. And Max will be taken down by Zinc. And that's the end of Team All Stars. They're eliminated on 12th position. Claus gets knocked out. And things getting a bit nasty for Team Never T. Claus will be flushed out by Slimmy Me. With Cragsy is knocked out, Kozo and Agrilla dual surviving. Cragsy gives up. Negrilla and Kojo now, the duo surviving for Team Never T. And SLM has done a great job targeting the team which is the head of the table. Wow. SLM Esports winning this game for Never T. And what if Dangerous Esports overtakes Team Never T on points table, or some other team in this last game plays well and gets that hashtag one for them? That will be so much heartbreaking for Team Never T. Just one game they played bad, and it costed them the grand finals. Third circle is about to begin. The bridge has been blocked by Pain Africa, I guess? No, Pain Africa, they're in a compound. Well, they're close to the bridge, but they won't be able to block it completely. Havoc Esports, I guess they are planning to cross the bridge, but since Team Never T, they are holding the bridge, they don't really find a way to cross the bridge now, but later on maybe they'll be able to. Nikrilla knocks down Fisher, and Anwar is way too far. Mimi closes in, changes the seat of the vehicle. Kojo trying to take down Mimi. Won't succeed. Anwar creating so much pressure on Kala. And Kala takes down Mimi. And now it's a 1v1 left. Team Never T, they're not ready to give up. Just the last 1v1 left for Kojo. Anwar is heading towards Fisher. Maybe the revival will be provided. No, Anwar going after Kojo. Kojo didn't expect that. That's a reverse psychology by Anwar. Instead of providing a revival, he attacked his opponent. Fisher will be saved. But if Havoc Esports crosses now, if Havoc Esports tries to cross the bridge now, it will be game over for SLM as well. Eilish will be first out. And I guess that's Mouse over in. They're down to 1 player. Xenos is the last man standing. Wings has been knocked out. So Havoc Esports is Zinc. He comes closer. Even Musa is present here. Xenos is low right now. Maybe the grenade affected him. Xenos heals up. Musa takes him down with ease. Wings will be given that revival. And on 9th position, elimination will be faced by Mount Soren. 8 teams in a total amount of 21 players. SFX 77. Venom is the last ray of hope who's just surviving for now. Venom not really in a mood to get finishes. He just wants to survive. Urain Sap. Even they are playing passive. But this Circle goes for a northern shift. And as I said, Circle might finish off on the farm strip. That is possible. That is now more clear to happen. Circle is going to finish on the farm strip maybe. And SOG, they use that hovercraft and they'll rotate very smartly. Doing smart work rather than doing hard work. And SOG is playing passive? I don't know. Well, they spotted a smoke there. And maybe now SOG will try to get their hands on Team Havoc. It's just a matter of time. If Havoc Esports spots SOG, maybe Havoc Esports will take the initiative. But Musa is out of this game. Musa was crushed under the vehicle. And that was SLM. Shingle Monsters giving a casualty to Havoc Esports. And now Havoc Esports' attention has been drawn by Team SLM towards them. So Havoc Esports has gone crazy now. Maybe they'll try to go against Shingle Monsters. Anwar goes for that spray, makes no connection. Yep. And just to get a better angle, maybe Anwar is moving more closer. But the warning spray is coming in. Anwar is low and he has been trapped. He has been trapped now in open. Now, Havoc Esports, they can really wipe out the existence of Anwar. That can really happen. Zinc is moving in very rapidly. Wings again deals that damage. And we're spotted Zinc. Well, he'll be deploying some smokes at this point. That's the best he can do. But now he has just 1 smoke grenade left. Zinc won't get an angle on Anwar for now, but if he tries to extend more, maybe he'll get one. Where is Fisher? which has pinned down Faker of Havoc Esports. And even Faker trying to spot Fisher. Now I guess he does spot Fisher. Now maybe he'll be able to spot Fisher. SOG not moving much. I mean, they are happy with this position they have. I don't know why. Even Team Rain Sam, they are playing passive, and the question is for what? You're not in contention, you're not gonna win. So why play passive when you can play aggressive? Anwar gets knocked out. It was just a matter of time. Fisher is the last player surviving. And maybe now Havoc Esports will head towards Fisher too to eliminate her and get this job done as soon as possible. Havoc Esports in the final game showing their true colors. 6 eliminations for them. Faker taking up his vehicle. But maybe Havoc Esports prioritizing the circle more than this one elimination. Maybe this game is more than eliminations for Team Havoc. Pain Africa swimming inside the circle. SOG, they're driving their hovercraft. Pain Africa doesn't want to make a mistake of opening their fire in. Well, they won't be able to. But Pain Africa isn't taking the risk to reveal their position and tell Team SOG that they are underwaters. But when they reach the land areas, they'll need to be cautious with the trigger as well. Because if by mistake they overcommit and do something wrong, they'll face the consequences immediately. And maybe Pain Africa has been spotted now by players of Team SOG. Havoc Esports bothering SOG. Krishna is so much low. Termio, well, he's trying to find the angle to get his hands on the players of Team Havoc Esports. Well, such a long game, because I thought this last Erangel will be chaotic. This last Erangel will be full of action, but that didn't really happen. So now just 8 teams and a total of 19 players surviving. Fisher has been surrounded by the players of Pain Africa. This could be an easy target for Pain Africa, and they should not fail. Bonnie moving very close, but Bonnie gets knocked out. Krishna knocking him down, and that's so much unlucky. Oh, Fisher trying to steal that frag, and Krishna gets it. Pain Africa facing the first casualty, and Pain Africa often needs the luck factor as well, the favor of luck, which they don't really have most of the times. Most of the times, the luck doesn't favor Pain Africa, and they face casualty like this. The casualty they face now, they usually face casualty like these. And Venomix taking down Fisher with the grenade, and that's the end. SLM finally gets eliminated on 8th position. Kizama Esports still hanging in. Pain Africa will be getting their 4th elimination. SOG under tremendous pressure. This last player, Termio, is surviving. Chair is providing that revival to Scar. Termio takes the risk, steps up, goes for the grenade. The grenade won't do the job for Termio, but now he will be taken down by Faker of Havoc Esports. And that's the end of SOG. They are eliminated on 6th position. 5 teams, 12 players. SFX77 played very passively. Venom wasn't difficult for him to get these placement points. Same goes with Lacuna too. But now Lacuna has to fight. Those grenades are coming her way by Havoc Esports. Faker might slam into. Is Lacuna present inside the circle? Maybe not. But Lacuna will grab her buggy and maybe she'll start moving, and that's a chance for Havoc Esports to do the tracing and get the job done and get another elimination for them. But maybe that's more. Faker couldn't trace there. That ridge making separation for now. Pain Africa. But they are moving closer. Sync. In a 1v3 situation, uses that Molotov as a weapon. Zink in the corner, he's just sitting. He has a P90, the cover coming in from back in the areas. That P90 is going to create so much difference. Zink knocking down. Error. This is what I was talking about. Even Venomix now gets knocked out. Ammo. Last player surviving of Pain Africa, and he's in open. And even the blue zone is bothering him, but he finds a spot maybe right in the corner to sit. But Ammo is trying to access the circle. He's trying to enter deep inside the circle. Nobody has seen him yet. In the water areas, my question is, are the water areas present inside the circle? Not for now, but he can swim and maybe enter the bottom of the circle. Lacuna will be taken down. Kazama Esports, they are eliminated on 4th position. Error. Flushed out, and the frag has been stolen. Havoc Esports Zing couldn't flush out Error there. What did he do? 3 teams, 8 players. Rain Sap versus Havoc Esports versus Pain Africa, and Zing gets knocked out. Ammo coming into action right on time, and again the luck ditching Pain Africa. And it's time for Udain Sap to close in as Faker is knocked out. And how many players of Havoc Esports are knocked out for now? 2. Wings is the last man standing. And Udain Sap, they should directly close into with Zink and Wings, but instead they entered the circle. That was not a good decision. But now Levy Gaming knocking down Zink. Well, they didn't enter the circle. They went out of the circle, and Scar came in and took down the last plane. That's the end, ladies and gentlemen. It is all over. Udain Sap in the last game gets a winner chicken dinner. 13 eliminations for them, and that's the end. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if yes, make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button. It's time to take a leave. We'll be meeting tomorrow. Till then, bye bye, good night, and take care.